Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Bold and the Beautiful has never been short on dramatic confrontations, shocking betrayals, and explosive fights. Over the years, viewers have watched countless characters lose their tempers, seek revenge, and even commit crimes that changed the course of the series. That is why the show's recent direction with Will Spencer has surprised so many fans. The story suddenly paints Will as someone with dangerous anger issues, even though the soap has featured many characters with far more violent histories. Compared to some of the show's biggest incidents, Will's recent behavior barely scratches the surface of what longtime viewers have witnessed over the decades. One recent example involves Brooke Logan, who completely lost her cool and slapped Katie Logan during a heated confrontation. It was a shocking moment, but physical violence has almost become a tradition on The Bold and the Beautiful whenever emotions boil over. Looking further back, Ridge Forrester once pushed Bill Spencer off a balcony during one of their bitter feuds. Bill later retaliated in his own dramatic fashion by having Justin Barber arranged for Ridge to be thrown from a helicopter. Those were life-threatening situations involving two of the show's biggest rivals, yet both characters eventually moved on from those incidents. Taylor Hayes also has an unforgettable history when it comes to violence. During the years when Hunter Tylo portrayed Taylor, she shot Bill Spencer in the back after learning about his relationship with Steffy Forrester. Despite committing such a serious act, Taylor ultimately faced relatively little long-term fallout. Her actions remain one of the most shocking crimes ever committed by a central character, making it difficult to understand why Will is suddenly being portrayed as the show's biggest problem. Thomas Forrester's past is another example that fans cannot ignore. Thomas has repeatedly crossed dangerous lines throughout the years. He fought Liam Spencer on a rooftop during the battle over Hope Logan, creating one of the most intense physical confrontations the series has ever shown. Thomas also punched Rick Forrester and even attacked his own father, Ridge Forrester, during emotional confrontations. Those fights demonstrated a level of aggression far beyond anything Will has displayed. Thomas's history becomes even darker when considering his criminal actions. At one point, he attempted to set Rick's house on fire and even caused Rick's car to explode. Those weren't simple arguments that escalated into punches. They were deliberate acts that placed lives in danger and carried potentially devastating consequences. Compared to those events, Will throwing a punch at RJ, who had entered the property during an already tense situation, seems relatively minor. Elektra also has a violent incident in her own recent past that deserves attention. She once assaulted Luna Nozawa while Luna was pregnant with Will's baby. Although Luna had certainly made many enemies and created enormous problems for several families, Elektra still struck a pregnant woman with enough force to knock her completely to the ground. Later, Elektra claimed she disliked violence while speaking with Ridge, creating an obvious contradiction that many viewers noticed. Meanwhile, the writers appear determined to push Will further down a darker path. During recent episodes, Will admitted to Bill that he was beginning to scare himself because he couldn't understand his behavior. He questioned why he was becoming so angry, suggesting something deeper may be happening beneath the surface. His emotional breakdown became even more dramatic when he collapsed to his knees, screamed Elektra's name, and watched helplessly as she left with RJ. All signs now point toward a storyline in which Will struggles with uncontrollable anger and increasingly violent impulses. Whether this development comes from emotional trauma, outside manipulation, or another unexpected twist remains to be seen. However, considering the long history of violent actions committed by many beloved Bold and the Beautiful characters, some fans believe Will is being judged much more harshly than others who committed far worse offenses. As this storyline continues, viewers will be watching closely to see whether Will truly becomes the show's newest villain or ultimately finds redemption before it's too late.